Hi my friends, CA here, and this week's book pick is Tokyo Pop-Up Book, Comic Adventure with Neko the Cat. We've talked about pop-ups and interactive books for young kids, and we've talked about graphic novels. This book is kind of a combination of the two. It follows the adventure of a young boy who is heading off to Tokyo to write some fascinating stories about the historic sites that are there. Basically, his mom insists he brings Neko the cat with him as his companion, really to keep an eye on him. The bulk of the story ends up being the young boy trying to find Neko. So there's the underlying story of, Neko clearly doesn't say anything. The boy is sort of talking to himself. His inner voice is out loud. But the book takes some of these events, some of these scenes, and converts them into 3D environment. It becomes a little more immersive an experience. And so the images, the pop-up, adds to the scene, adds some dimension obviously to it, but also adds to whatever is being communicated in the scene. An example of where in the story no words are used, but the elements of the illustrations in the pop-up form help to get across where Neko is at one end of town and the boy is at the other, and you could just get a sense of like how big and vast and loud and busy the area is to try and find this cat. But the book is somewhat interactive and involving too, in that it just doesn't read like from left to right, from beginning to end. You turn the page, you flip things, and you really have to reposition yourself when reading the story too, which I think is a great way to involve the reader. You're also seeing some historic sites while you're visiting, and 3D again really kind of puts you in there in a fun way. It's not like going to be a long read, but it's a book that I found myself going back in a few times. You go through it and you kind of see the story, and you go through it again and you have a closer look at illustrations. You go through it again, you look at the detail in the 3D. Like, it really is a book that you'll probably read multiple times, put away and pull out again. This is really an example of an art graphic novel treatment for, your middle grade, older kids. So that's this week's book pick, a Tokyo pop-up book, The Comic Adventure with Neko the Cat. As always, you can find me here on Wednesdays sharing book picks, perhaps books you haven't thought of adding to your child's home library, something with a little bit of geek twist to it. If you like this content, like to see more content like it, be sure to give this a little thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to hit the bell icon so you can be notified when new content like this is published. And until next time, one to beam out. Woo!